Peace and honor, kings and queens, gods and goddesses, the royal blood. What's going on, family? I wanted to do a quick video speaking in reference to the hair. I know we've been hearing about the same skeptics about the hair over and over again, but I just wanted to make this video and be brief. Now, I'm going to talk about a past example of cutting the hair, which is your antennas. If you watch my videos in the past, if you were, a long going subscriber, you would know that I had my hair. I was growing my hair at the time, and I had cut it a few months back. And with that being said, when I cut my hair, there was massive amounts of power that I lost. The soul core of your energy is inside the body, but what you don't know is with that soul being in the body and being enhanced, that is the extension of your hair that's on top of your head, which is your hair is the extension of your soul, which is the core energy that's inside the vessel. So when you cut that hair, you basically cut off the energy output that's coming from the soul, you know. So keep that in mind. When you cut your antennas, you're cutting your power. Sure. Immediately when I cut my hair, everything changed. At that time, I was embracing the ego a little bit. I was. But I also know in the back of my mind, like I've done something that, that cut me off from God. You know what I'm saying? Because when you grow on your hair, your antennas, it takes a lot of amount of integrity and discipline. You must be disciplined. And two, when your antennas lock up, which they call locks, it brings on a stronger frequency. The frequency gets stronger. So when you cut that off, you cutting off your receivers. You cutting off the reception. And that's what I did. All I know is that when I cut my antennas, it's just been a drastic change. Things change around me. Things just start happening. I'm not gonna get into that, but you know, that was a learning curve for me. So now what I've been doing is, I've been keeping my hair wrapped again and consuming all the energy that I can consume with wrapping my hair, keeping that energy inside and not having it, flush all over the place. You know what I mean? It's not all over the place. Shoot, not all over the place. So, I've been keeping the head wrap on, and my antennas is starting to curl. It's starting to do its thing. The frequency is coming in stronger than before. So what I'm saying is when I cut my antennas, it's just the reception just got weak. So with me growing my antennas back, things are just going how it should be. So, when people tell you, "Oh, don't grow your hair. You should you look unkempt and all of that." All of that got to do with the emotions and the ego. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look all preppy for the well being of others, how others accept you to be when you supposed to be yourself. You know, don't disregard how God made you, you know, how God made the vessel. Even when you shape your head up, shape your hairline up, it still grow. You know, there's no running from who you are. You know, when people manipulate their hair in all types of form, that's because they dislike who they really are. They dislike who they really are. So that's what it is. And I also wanted to let you guys know I had this dream the other day, and well, the other so-called night, and these so-called black beings, this so-called black race, was in my dream, and the demon in the dream said to me, you know, you can take over down here, but you gotta get rid of this. And when he said rid of this, he pointed his finger to my forehead. So when he said take over down here, he's talking about the underworld, the prison, the spiritual realm, which I have no interest. So when he point to my forehead, this demon, whatever it was, because you got demons, these spirits that take many forms and can come to you in many, many forms. So when that demon point to my forehead, the demon was speaking in reference to the pineal gland, the soul seat. Told me in order to take over down here, I got to get rid of that. But I took it as symbolism. Each dream has a purpose, and it's a learning, learning situation. You know, these are experiences that you must learn from. So you don't have dreams for no reason, so-called dreams, what they call it. But these is real situations that take place that you must decipher, decode, what have you. So that's how that go. So when you cut your antennas, back to the antennas, when you cut your antennas, you cutting your power. At night, you must keep your you must keep a head wrap on at night, because what you do is when you keep that head wrap on, you're basically covering up that energy, that sunlight energy, instead of in digesting, the antennas digesting lunar light, lunar frequencies. You know what I'm saying? So-called night, you keep it, because the moon be out. You just keep that thing covered up, because it's a different frequency mode when the so-called night arrives, versus when the sun get here. That's that light cold, true light cold energy that's fluctuating with on this side of the planet. On certain sides of the planet. So you keep that consumed into the crown. To keep that pineal gland vibrating. So yeah, my antennas is going through a healing process, and I'm very aware of that, and I see a massive difference. It's a massive difference within my soul. How I'm dealing with these people out here, these demons and everything, and at a time I lost my connection with God, and that's you know, this is a serious, serious deal. This is very, very serious. And God is real. This ain't this ain't talking about no Bible guy, your religion guides, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? And people gotta stop confusing this melanin with carbon. People gotta stop putting this spiritual work synonymous with the soul, because it's two different situations. The soul and the spirit is not the same. Melanin and carbon is not the same. People must stop regurgitating what everybody's saying because it sound good. You got to do your own soul searching. Raw search, soul search. You must do your own research, because something sound good, you feel as though, oh, this brother or this sister is speaking like a leader, and that's where it all falls into your emotions, or what you like to hear, what you pick and choose what you like to hear, or you like this person because how they look or how they talk. You got to go in depth from what people be telling you, what people be saying, putting out there on the planet. You must analyze what's taking place. So yeah, the antennas, heal your antennas. If they cut or whatever, you cutting your antennas, grow your antennas. Grow your antennas. Grow it so you can receive that high frequency. Start staring at that sun daily, frequently. That's one of the things that we have to do. Otherwise, you gonna keep coming back to this place. I damn sure don't want to be back here. It's hell. It's hell here. It's hell, man. You know what I'm saying? People need to get out of this slavery mindset. People need to not get into this whole slave shit, uh, whips and chains. Please, it's like bury the hatchet, man. Bury it. It's dead. It's dead weight. It's dead weight. Two, I wanted to inform everyone, the kings and queens, that when you look at those vessels, those so-called mummies uh up in Kemet that they dig up, as you can see, those bones are not um white, because you have, even when you have like chicken bones and stuff like that, if a chicken bone sit out for a while, it turns like white and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's hybrid bones. You know what I mean? Versus when you got the carbonated bean bones that's wrapped up, the vessel is wrapped up and cared for. As you can see, though, when the flesh deteriorate and things of that nature, um, you see that everything is carbon based. So your skeletor is carbonated. You don't have white bones. You have carbon coated uh, skin, and you have carbon coated bones. You have a carbon coated bone structure. But I just wanted to do this quick video. Grow your antennas. Don't be cutting your hair and all of that, because you cutting the extension of the they say the immune system. All of that is tissue. You know what I mean? Not tissue, but cells. Your antennas is just cells. You know what I'm saying? An extension of the soul, as far as the vessel is concerned, is considered cell structure. So when you cut that, you cutting your cells down. You know what I mean? You cutting those cells that's connected to the vessel, that assist the vessel to work at an all time high. You know, so get with it. Don't cut your antennas. Keep your crown protected from negative entities, demons, things of that nature. Protect yourself. Keep your hair wrapped at so-called night. Because too, that's when the spirits and all of that too, they out there, especially at so-called nighttime. That's when they out. They ready to feed. It's dinner time. That's why everybody on weekends, so-called weekends, they go out, drink, have sex, aimless sex, and stuff like that. These people go crazy during the weekend. Especially driving. It's packed out there. People just racing and getting into car accidents and everything else. It's chaotic. It's chaos. So yeah, I just wanted to do this quick video. I know it's a little long. So yeah, much peace, much honor to the royal bloods, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Peace.